So today we are going to start the brand new series on this channel, which is Secret Illustrations of Video Games, in which we discuss and unveil the hidden morals, life lessons and some truths about our world, which video games try to give us through the help of their plots and characters. The reason behind starting this series is that I was tired of people saying that games are just a waste of time and they don't teach us anything. So this series is for silencing clowns like that. Another reason is that I have personally noticed a lot of illustrations in some of my favorite games, and I felt like that I have to share these with someone, and hence I am here sharing them with you all. Okay, so let's start this series with one of the best games of our time, and which is also one of my favorite games ever. It is none other than Red Dead Redemption 2. Almost everyone who has played RDR2 knows that there are a lot of things which this game teaches us, but there is more to this game than savage outlaws trying to survive in a civilized world. And we are gonna discuss that now. The very basic thing which it teaches us is that never ever trust anyone blindly in the name of loyalty. Arthur was following Dutch since the beginning, and when he started to question him, then it was already too late. He even regretted that later and told John to run away with his family in chapter 6. So, loyalty should not be confused with blind trust. Another thing which this game taught us is that always make plans precisely and do a lot of thinking before executing them. More than half of the plans which Dutch made were too reckless and poorly planned. Especially about robbing Cornwall's train in the beginning, where Hosea even confronted him that they should not rob this train because they are already wanted men, but he didn't listen, and hence Pinkerton's and Cornwall's men started to chase them even more frequently than before. Something similar happened in chapter 4 when he decided to kill Angelo Bronte, even after Arthur and Hosea tried to stop him multiple times, and hence the Pinkertons acted more frequently and quickly and were more cautious of them. Just like this, there were far too many so-called plans of Dutch in which he was being too reckless and pushed the gang more deeper into the cesspool of absolute demise. So this shows us that always carry out any plan or decision in life with a lot of thinking, because you'd never know how it is going to affect you and the people around you. Never be too reckless with your decisions. Next thing which RDR2 has beautifully shown us is that how manipulation can completely destroy a person. Dutch knew that Arthur and John were riding with him since they were kids, but even after being aware of that, he chose to take Micah's side and blindly listened to him, whatever he had to say. It began in chapter 3 when Micah told them that the O'Driscolls want to make a peace offering. Hosea even warned them that this was a trap, but Dutch again was too reckless. And the result was that Arthur got kidnapped and was nearly killed. Micah's manipulation was very obvious in chapter 6. He kept telling Dutch that no matter what decision he's gonna take, it will be a good one. Hence he made him realize that it was okay for him to play with the gang like a fiddle. Dutch killed Cornwall because Micah was supporting his decision. Micah was getting more into Dutch's ear in chapter 6 more than any other chapter. That secret planning which they were doing was all about Micah encouraging Dutch about his poorly made plans, which included almost zero benefit for the gang. Dutch even left Abigail with Milton just because Micah said that she's just a girl, they won't do nothing to her, and shamelessly left her and Jack without giving a second thought. Not to mention that he even left John in chapter 4's bank robbery mission with Pinkertons, and he did that again in chapter 6's last mission. Hence, even after being a highly experienced outlaw, he let Micah's words get to him, which completely destroyed him and his gang to the core. And when he finally shot him at the ending, then it was already too late, because the entire gang, Arthur and Hosea, were already gone. So this shows us that don't let anyone govern your life and decisions, because the only people the manipulator cares about is either themselves or their own people. Anyone can be a manipulator, even your own parent. So always listen to yourself before listening to the manipulator. Don't hesitate to reject their stupid advice if it goes against morals and ethics. Never allow them to seize control of your life and decisions. The only one who should control your life should be you. I hope you got that right. Next thing which it shows us is quite common in our world, and that is the representations of corporates in this game. If you have played this game, then you definitely know that how Angelo Bronte, who was a billionaire, controlled the police and was friends with the government. And in Guarma, where Hercule told Dutch that how Fusa's sugar plantation company exploits workers, how Fusa's men were torturing the labor workers in the name of giving them employment, and also how Cornwall and Colonel Favors were destroying the Wapiti people. They were depriving them of medicines, vaccines and lands to live, and when Monroe questioned them, they accused him of treason. So this shows us about the capitalism which abuses the labor workers in the name of employment. We get to see this mostly in third world countries, so this has been beautifully illustrated in this game. The next one is my personal favorite, and that is it's never too late for a person to change, which has wonderfully showed to us via this game. Arthur at the beginning of the game was a savage outlaw who killed without any thought as long as Dutch told him to. He killed Thomas Downs without any hesitation, and even after being known that he was sick. And the result of that was that Downs spitted on him and he got tuberculosis. But in chapter 6, when he gets diagnosed with tuberculosis, he realizes that he doesn't have got much time left, so he decided to leave his past and tries to help the people as much as he could in the remaining time left for him. He tries to correct his mistakes by helping the people whom he have hurted in past. Like he helped Edith Downs and Archie to get away and start a new life for themselves. So it shows us that it's never too late for a person to try and improve themselves for the sake of their own as well as for the other people around them. Now the next thing which has shown to us is that no matter what your current status is, if you have determination and as long as you are working hard in order to get what you want in life, then there is no stopping you. In epilogue, John Marston barely had a cent when he came to Strawberry looking for work. Then he went to Pronghorn Ranch where he gave his all to keep his wife and son happy. Then when Abigail left him, then he fell into a depressed state. He was lost and didn't know what to do in order to get his wife back. But he finally decided to buy a ranch which Abigail wanted. But again, he found out that that land wasn't very lively place. It was a dry area which just had some grass on it. And with the help of uncle's friend, he finally got materials which he needed in order to make a house for himself and his family. But those materials came at a huge price. He had to deal with the Skinner brothers gang who were like monsters from hell. But luckily he managed to deal with them and he finally began working on his house. It was raining and there were heat waves, but still he was determined that he wants his wife and son back. He endured all that for their sake. And hence when the house and the barn were ready, then he finally got his family back. And he became from someone who once didn't even had a penny to someone who had his own ranch. All the hardships which he endured weren't for nothing in the end. Hence, no matter what you are going through and for how long you are going through, as long as you are determined for achieving your goal and you are ready to work hard for it, then there is no stopping you. Your hard work won't be a waste at all. And I really loved how beautifully this game taught us about these things, which are really important in life. I hope you guys liked this little attempt of mine in order to unveil the hidden morals which Red Dead Redemption 2 has tried to give us. I'm gonna make more videos like this in future for more games too, so let me know in the comments what you think of this decision of mine. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care and bye bye.